So if if you're looking for a real estate professional and there's 86,000 approximated realtors in Ontario right now, the selection process could be a little overwhelming. I can understand that. But I would say approach it as if, you were needing heart surgery. Um, what would your selection process be then? When you're choosing somebody to perform surgery on your heart, and ultimately, it's a live or die situation, you would probably take a lot more initiative and incentive in being a little bit more diligent in your decision making process. Or if you were to say you needed legal representation, if you had been charged for a crime that you were not guilty of, and you knew that your future really relied on your representation and their ability to prove your innocence, who would you choose? What would your selection process be? What sort of diligence and what sort of action would you take to ensure that you got the best representation? Well, choosing a real estate trusted advisor, a representative, is no different, I would say. In fact, we know that your decision you make today, it's not about today, really. Essentially, it's about your future, your financial future. And it not only affects you, it affects your children, generations to come, if you will. I've seen many families over the last 2 decades prosper and reap the benefits of some really great decisions they've made using our services and getting the right information and the right guidance and clarity in their decision making process. And I really think that's what a real estate professional, a trusted advisor, a proven professional is bringing to the table. It's not about it transacting in real estate. The question is, when you're making a sale or doing a sale or purchase in real estate, of course, it's easy to find a salesperson to represent you in that transaction. But what happens after that transaction? What happens when there's volatility in the market? Who do you call for clarification? Who do you call when the rates are rising and you're up for renewal and you need some insight as to what would be a good long-term decision? And who do you rely on when you're making those sort of decisions that are going to impact your future, but not only your future, but your family's future? And so making a decision in real estate, making an investment in real estate, is not about the transaction at all. It's about who's going to be there in the long run and who's going to help you make the best decision for your financial future. That's ultimately what we're after and what you should be looking for. Now, when you're purchasing real estate or you're purchasing an investment, often people feel overwhelmed because it's very hard for them to envision what would be the best decision for them, what would be the best property, what would be the best investment for them. It is the responsibility of a proven professional to give them insight, give them direction, and give them clarity. Now, that's not done by just telling them or showing them what they should buy. That's done by walking them through a process, guiding them through a process that's going to be the process of elimination. It's very insightful and very powerful when a client is taken through a proven process and they eliminate what they do not want, what does not make sense. It's very much easier to eliminate what doesn't make sense and what doesn't work for them. And as they go through that process of elimination, slowly, it's like a image coming into clarity and coming into focus, where they can start seeing what does make sense. And that actual process of walking a client, guiding a client, and bringing clarity and bringing that actual end product, end investment, end property into focus, that's the job of a professional. But that can't be, like just brought to somebody's attention. Hey, you should really buy this. hey, this is what's best for you. That's not enough. People need guidance, clarity, but most of all, they need to be taken through the process so they see themselves, um, and gain confidence in that process. And the end decision is a confident, well-informed, educated decision that's going to serve them and their future and their family's future in the long run.